Good day guys, my name is Subisant and I'll be showing you today how to create a domain server on Windows Server 2008, as well as add computers to those servers, add users to those servers, creating profiles and roaming profiles for those users. So I already have my Windows Server 2008 up, and what you want to do is ensure that your computer name is simple to remember. Also, what we want to do is configure the network settings. So you want to ensure that network discovery is on, file sharing is on, public folder sharing should be on as well, and password protected sharing should be off for the purpose of this tutorial. Next, you want to check on your IPv4 TCP IP v4 configuration. We want to assign an IP address to this computer, which will be the domain computer. The subnet mask will be 255.255.255.0, and the DNS server will be 192.168.0.1, same as the IP address. Click OK. OK. Close that. And we just want to ensure that there is no issues between this connection here. This connection is okay because we don't necessarily need to connect to the internet at the moment. So now that that is configured, we want to ensure that our two computers that we'll be using has the same configuration. So we want to go into networks, network and sharing center. Make sure discovery is on, file sharing is on, folder sharing is on, password protected is off, supposed to be off. As well as TCP IP v4 should also have an address. For Vista, I will use the IP address of 192.168.0.2. Subnet mask will remain the same. Default gateway will be 192.168.0.1, and the DNS server 192.168.0.1. Ensure that this network is a private network. Close, and just make sure that the network here is the same as before. If anything has changed, just change it back to what we had selected. Also 2007 network sharing. Let me change the IP first. Properties, IPv4 used, and in this one I will use the IP address 192.168.0.3 subnet mask, and the DNS server, default gateway will be 192.168.0.1, which will be the Windows Server 2008 IP address. Same here as well. Let me just make sure. 192.168.0.1, sorry, 192.168, 192.168, great. Okay, close that. Close advanced sharing. So we want to make sure turn on network discovery is on, file sharing and printer sharing, turn on sharing to anyone. Yep. Password will be off. Same thing for the public. Turn on sharing to anyone. Password protected, sharing off. Save changes. Great. So if we were to go into networks, we should see all three computers present in the network. Same goes for here. If we were to go on network, all three computers are available, and if we were to go in 2008, all three are available. Great. So now that we have connected the computers together, or not connected, but all the computers are able to see each other, we can start to create this computer as the domain computer. So the first thing we want to do is click on Server Manager. We need to add a role to the computer. You can go ahead and read and click next. So what we want to do is install an Active Directory domain services. Click on next. You can read this for your knowledge. Click on next, and be sure to take note of this information. After you install the DDS role, use the Active Directory Domain Services installation whiz to make the server a fully functional domain controller. So click on next. So once that installation is complete, we want to select close this wizard and launch the Active Directory Domain Services and Solution wizard. Want to click on next. You can read for your knowledge. Click on next, and here we want to create a new domain in a new forest. So ensure that this one is selected. Click next, and for my domain name I will use kingdom.com. Click on next. Here you want to select Windows Server 2008 for this tutorial. Click next. Click next, and here we want to select yes, because ideally the domain server is supposed to have a static IP address, but because of the virtualization that we are doing right now, we'll click yes. Want to click on yes, next, and here we'll create a password for the domain, well, for the administrator of the domain. So the password that I will use is p@ssw0rd, p@ssw0rd. And this is just the review of the selections that you have made just now, and we want to click on next, and the domain services will be installed from there on. So once this is completed and the system reboots, then we'll be able to add computers to the domain, which is why I have Windows 7 and Vista running. So now that it is back on, we will have to log in as administrator, which the password is p@ssw0rd. So now that it is back on, now we can add computers to the domain server. But before we do that, we just want to check. And one way you'll know that your computer has been added to the domain server will be to check the systems. As you can see here, domain kingdom.com. So now that we want to add computers, we want to click on start. We're going to go to administrative tools, select Active Directory users and computers. So click on kingdoms on the left hand side, and click on computers. Now we want to right click and select new computer. So here I will add Windows Vista first, and we want to ensure that we have the correct name of the computer. So Win Vista, go back to server 2008 and type in the computer name. Click OK. And I will also add Windows 7 as well. Windows 7. Click OK. And now that both computers have been added, we need to join them to the domain. So what we want to do is click on change settings, and here you want to click on to rename this computer, change its domain or work group. Click change. So you want to click on change and click on domain. Type in kingdom, click on OK. The username you'll be using is kingdom/administrator, and the password will be the password that we have been entering. Welcome to Kingdom domain. Click OK. Close and restart. While that is restarting, I will add Windows 7. Click on change settings, change, click on domain and kingdom.com. Kingdom/administrator, and password will be password p@SSW0RD. Welcome to Kingdom. Click on OK, close and restart now. So now that the computer has been added, we can log on to the Kingdom domain. So now that this is on, we can check the computer systems. And you should be able to see that the computer is now a part of the domain kingdom.com. So I will log off of that. Now we want to create users for the computers. So what you want to do is click on users, right click on new, and click user. So we want to create a user for kingdom.com and maybe Jon Snow. The user login can be jsnow at kingdom.com. Click on next, and here we have options regarding the password of Jon Snow. For the purpose of this tutorial, we'll uncheck user must change password at next login and click on user cannot change password and password never expires. So the password I'll enter is password p @w p @ssw0rd p @ssw0rd and click next. Now we want to click finished. So now that Jon Snow has been added as a user, we want to edit some of his properties. So here you'll see his basic information, description, we want to move on to profiles, and here we will have a profile that will be created for Jon Snow. So before we move on from here, we need to ensure that a profile folder is created to store the folders, to store the user's info when they log on to kingdom.com. So we want to ensure that the sharing capabilities are on and that the folder that everyone is allowed to have full control. Click on OK, and we want to copy and paste this network path. I'm going to paste it into folder paths, as well as / %, username %, which will allow the computer to pick up the username and store it in profiles. Click home folders. Here we want to connect to give the letter, and we want to have a home sharing folder. So we want to click on properties and ensure that the sharing is the same as profiles. Copy this file path and paste it into, as well as /% username %. Click apply, and you will automatically see that the username has been given. Click on OK. And now that we have created a user, we can now log on to Jon Snow's profile. So what we want to do is type kingdom/J-Snow and his password. And here you see that Jon Snow profile is up and running. And you also have here Jon Snow's HomeSharing folder. So now that this has been created, let's say Jon Snow wanted to create a folder, sorry, a document. So now that Jon Snow has created a document, this is where roaming profile comes in. Now, so I'll log off on Windows Vista, and Jon Snow would like to log on Windows 7 computer. I just want to make sure that you understand how I'm logging on. Password. And there you have Jon Snow's document that was created in Windows Vista. And let me go into HomeSharing profile. Let's say I wanted to create a folder, name it and create new. I'm just creating document like files and folders so that I can show you that whatever he does in this computer can be seen in another computer. So as long as he's logging onto the server, so if I were to log off, and re-enter into the Windows Vista computer, I should be able to see that my weapons folder is there and my Dragon Glass information is there as well. And that's it for my tutorial, and I hope it was helpful to those who are interested in creating domains, creating computers to connect to the domain, and users added to the domain as well. Thank you for watching, and I hope you all enjoyed it. Thank you.